outside, I'm waiting for the night to start to get off my mind. Then you turn
The Brock Badgers participated in the 33rd Baggataway Cup, hosted by the Queen's Golden Gaels in Kingston, Ontario. The Badgers received a bye into the semi-finals after finishing undefeated during the regular season. In the semi-finals matchup, the Badgers played against their rival, the Guelph Griffins. The teams would go back and forth with the top scores for each team producing. For the Badgers to prevail, they needed someone else to step up. Enter second-year midfielder Cree Blakely.
Yeah, with me having a big first half against Guelph, coaches have been pushing me all year. Come Baggataway weekend, the teams start to keen in on our star players, which gives me a little bit of more of an opportunity to come out and show what I can do. And coach drew up a couple plays for me, and I just capitalized on my opportunities. Obviously, the leadership of Brandon Slade. He's a fifth-year guy. He's been here. He's done that. Having him on our team was pretty cool. He calmed me down a lot of the way, and coaches gave me a lot of confidence in me, boosted me up, and told me to play my game. And I went out there, and I thought I had a great weekend.
Coach Louie and the Badgers relied on the excellent scoring touch of Brandon Slade, who led Kufla in scoring. With the pressure at its highest, he knew he had to step it up.
Going into the Baggataway Cup there, we were ranked first overall in the power rankings. A lot of pressure was put on us considering we were undefeated, but I think the guys held the pressure pretty well, and we went in there not knowing that all the pressure was on us, and we had big expectations. But I don't think it let it get to us, and the nerves were definitely flowing in the first little bit of the Baggataway Cup. But I think we battled adversity and we overcame that pressure.
Good quarter. We didn't think it was going to be easy, did we? No, we saw their resiliency yesterday in person, okay? They're not going to stop coming at us, so we got to keep going at them.
Oh, yeah! All that she did give me, she didn't feel pain or rearrange her feelings. Step through the window just to see you, so we could dance in your nightdress in my rear view. Your heart starts beating, your heart starts beating, your head's strong. And your heart starts beating 'cause you know you didn't need
On championship day, the Badgers were set to take on the defending champions, the Western Mustangs. Both teams were greeted by rain and heavy winds, providing an added challenge.
The weather there in Kingston was definitely unpredictable, and it definitely played a role, but the other team was in the same boat as us. It was cold, raining, sticks weren't throwing too well, but that's what happens when you have a championship game in November, so can't really make any excuse about that considering the other team was right there with us.
going through that whole one end, I think I was in there for the first and third quarter. You had the wind, and the wind was like, and the rain was parallel to the ground, so it was going right in your face. I mean, I couldn't see, I know that for a fact, and I don't think their goalie could either. I mean, if you look at the score sheet, both times, each goalie was in that end, a bunch of goals went in, so, it's tough. You can't really predict for it, you can only really plan for it. But even then, like, if you can't see, you can't really see. There's nothing much you can do.
The Mustangs would jump out to an early lead, but the Badgers would continue to try and chip away. With Western leading by 1 goal in the fourth quarter, someone needed to step up.
I anticipated kind of a fluke pass because I saw 2 of our defenders pushing the Western player out of bounds. So I picked it off. I ran down the field. I knew it was short time, and I knew we had a timeout left. So I kind of thought we would just call a timeout and run an offensive play because obviously usually defenders don't score that often. But we didn't call a timeout. I was looking to pass the whole time as well, but none of their defenders slid to me. So it all happened so fast, I don't really remember much, but I just shot it, it went in, and everyone was celebrating.
Harris's goal would send the game into overtime. Unfortunately for the Badgers, the Mustangs would convert twice, and despite the last-ditch effort by Slade, the Badgers, they would fall. It was heartbreak for the Badgers, but they knew that this would only be the fuel they needed for next year.
A feeling I'll never forget, that's for sure. Going to overtime with Western in a national championship. It's something like never before, having almost been there, winning that national championship, seeing Western win back-to-back championships is something that I will never get over, and it still hurts inside today.
Happy, that we did something that a Brock team hasn't been able to do for quite some time. So to make it to the finals, we couldn't win. It's tough for the seniors, but it goes to show that we can make it there.
Yeah, there's a lot of returning guys next year, even though there is a big group that is graduated. I think a couple of our young players definitely stepped up this year, especially in Baggataway and throughout the season. So I still think, although there are a few graduating players, I still think there's high expectations, as there always is, considering Brock is such a prestigious program here. And Brock always seems to recruit some good recruits coming into the next year, so I don't think they have anything to worry about, and I think you have a high expectations for next year as well.
Western, it was obviously tough to lose in any finals, but our coach really made us seem that we kind of built something for this program moving forward, and hopefully the graduating players know that they paved the way for future players and future teams at Brock.